friends, I am coming on to do a cold cap video. I've been saying I'm gonna do it, and so here I am. We start in 4 days. 4 days from now is my first chemo session, which means it's my first cold cap treatment. So I've had to get like a lot of prep and stuff ready for that. I don't really 100% know what I'm in for, but you're coming along for the ride. So this is what I know going into it. A lot of people have said they don't know what cold capping really is. So I'll give you like some info on that and just kind of show you some of the gear that I need. So cold capping is basically a part of treatment that helps preserve your hair, potentially. It's not a guarantee. So, that's kind of a funny part of this whole thing. So with what I'm doing, the chemo drug I'm doing, the dosage, the frequency, all of that, it responds really well to cold capping. So there's a good percentage of a chance that I can keep some of my hair. So with mine, it's there's a 75% chance that I can keep 50% of my hair, which makes me laugh. Like, welcome to chemo treatment, welcome to cancer. Like, this is all like the kind of stats that I get all the time. 75% of keeping 50%, like that's just what it is. So not a guarantee by any stretch, but definitely like fairly good odds. 75% is fairly good odds, right? So if I can keep 50% of my hair, then maybe that would be great. If I can keep more, that would be even better. But anyway, the brand that I'm going to use was recommended by Mayo. That's what they use. And it's called Paxman. So this is what it looks like. So the theory behind cold capping is that you get your head really cold because then everything constricts and the chemo doesn't fully go into those areas. So chemo's killing anything that any cells that regenerate quickly. Unfortunately, you know, that's not just cancer cells. One of our fastest regenerating cells are our hair follicles, and that's why so many people lose hair whenever they're on chemo. So this is trying to combat that by constricting those vessels and making the chemo less happy to go into those areas. So with that, I would wear this crazy looking brain thing. It has like liquid in here, and it's got this long plug that's going to plug into a machine behind me and get super freezing cold. So just a side note, like cold capping actually adds so much more time, energy, like pressure, honestly, to chemo treatment. I feel like, anyway. I have to do this 30 minutes before chemo even starts. So sit there and freeze my head before we start. And then the whole time I'm in chemo, I'll be doing this. And then I have to sit there an additional hour after chemo to continue to freeze my head in an effort to save my hair. Is it worth it? I don't know, but we'll see. Anyway, it's imperative that this goes on is touching every part of your scalp where your hair is. Your head's like one of the hottest areas of your body, like heat's coming out of it all the time. And so anywhere that it's not like having contact, it's like risking losing hair. So you want this to be like super tight, which is why they also send you this crazy cap. So this thing has like bungees in it, and it gets super tight, and like you pull it tight at the back. So essentially, like, Josh is gonna have to put this on me every time. It like fits over this. It's got a chin strap. Like it's gonna be tight on my head. And that is to just make sure that this is having contact everywhere. So I'm gonna look real cute. I'm gonna have the frozen head. I'm gonna do this on my hands and my feet too, because this chemo also causes neuropathy. I can't be not having feeling in my feet and stuff whenever I'm trying to be hiking and running and stuff. So we're doing all the things to combat all the things. But anyway, that's that. The other thing about it is that you have to like do a bunch of like special stuff on your hair. So you really have to baby your hair through the process. It's very fragile. So, no pressure on the root, no putting it up in a, messy bun or ponytail or anything like that. So if I do want to pull it back, I would need to use like a silk scrunchie and like do like a low pony, something like that. I can only wash my hair once a week. So they recommended getting like a shower cap so that because I can't pull my hair up, like I can cover it and like let it kind of be loose in there. Special brush that's recommended by a lot of people, this wet brand that's gonna not cause as much tension, or like a wide tooth comb, which should be good too. Also, you're not supposed to brush your hair any more than needed, so like once a day, maybe twice, but you do have to brush it because that's like where all the pressure comes in to me. Like, it's like, don't brush it too much because you don't want too much tension on the hair follicle, but also like brush it enough because with the shedding that's going to happen, it could cause a lot of matting, and then that's like a recipe for disaster, right? So it's a whole thing. Special shampoo. This is the one that they recommended on the website for the cold capping, just making sure it's like paraben and sulfate free and clarifying. They recommended like a specific like hair mask for conditioning and detangler. Like everything has to be like a good, like clean product. So that's where I'm at. I'm also getting like a silk bonnet to wear at night so that I have my hair protected. Also like a silk pillowcase. So I'm just going to be sliding everywhere. And it's going to be an interesting 12 weeks, I will say. So, you're along for the ride. We'll see if I can indeed keep 50% of my hair. If I don't, then you'll probably see a different side of me. Thanks for being along on my journey though.